plane coming in. He's supposed to be there because he was a mechanic. He would go almost every other night. Planes coming through from Hawaii, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. He would go in the middle of the night, start working on the planes. My aunt, she would either be parked in the parking lot waiting for him, or she would be at home. Most of the time, she would be at home. There is this one night, just about to go to sleep, she turned off their TV. She got comfortable, because they used to live in a trailer. When you go inside the trailer, on your left at the end of the halls, it's like her room and the bathroom, and the hallway to the kitchen, and then the living room. My aunt like sleeping in the living room. She turned off. When they came back to the house, to the trailer, my aunt then tried to tell my uncle, when I was trying to go to sleep last night, I felt like somebody was standing over me, looking down at me. He was just too busy, too tired to talk about it, just going, probably thinking too much about work. She was working at the time as a telemarketer, I think. This has been going on for a few months. There was one time she was washing clothes, a black shadow standing behind her while she was bent down, scrubbing her clothes, a brush inside a big bucket, brushing. She looked behind her, there was nobody there. She got really scared. This really escalated when she was on maternity leave. She was like 6-7 months pregnant already. Her belly was showing. There is this one time her and her husband were arguing about financial stuff. Right after their argument, she started seeing scratches on her body, on her chest, arm, her forehead. It was always in threes. She didn't know that. She just knew that whenever her and her husband would get into a fight, she's always trying to calm them down and be like, "Oh, don't. I understand." She didn't want to get scratched again. One morning, she was just tending to her garden. She was cleaning out the weeds. An old man came out of nowhere. He didn't even know her. She didn't even know him too. He just came up to her. He's like, "Hi, miss. Hey, I have a really weird question. Are you going through stuff?" And she's like, "What kind of stuff? Are you going through anything paranormal?" Because she was being pregnant and moody. She's just like, "Who's telling you these?" He's just like, "Oh, no. Nobody told me. I was just walking by. I kind of felt like something was wrong around this area." And she was just like, "Yeah, I've been experiencing some stuff. Why? What do you feel?" I'm like, he didn't say a bad entity. He was just like a bad person is looking at me. Or like a bad person is like spying on me. Just that feeling he just got. My aunt was just like, "Yeah, I have been going through."
Without fail, around the 1 o'clock mark, he would wake screaming his head off. Not just a normal baby waking up crying hungry. It was like run to his room and get him and bring him in with us, because something just kept happening around the same time every night. I said that I wanted that room for our room. My husband, he said, "No, we're going to take the other room." And he sensed something about that bedroom that we put our son in. The other rooms, we had no issues. I had a friend over for coffee one day. She said that she just seen a little boy run into our playroom. I could sense something at the end of the room, but I can't see them. I could only feel them. She said a little boy just ran into that room. I said, "Do you know what they want?" And she goes, "I just heard peace." Whoever's there just wanted peace. It turns out that we have a spirit of a man and the spirits of 2 kids. And kids like to play mischief all the time. We have things go missing and then all of a sudden they'll be there again. One Christmas, I was sitting outside because it was a really nice warm night. My husband had gone for a shower. I thought my husband had played a joke on me and was trying to scare me from the door to our lounge room. I'd actually seen the figure of the man again. It wasn't my husband, but it was the same height. When he came out, I said, "Were you just standing in the doorway?" He said, "No, I wasn't. I was in the bathroom." That signified to me again that I'd seen this man. We had just a family get together of friends and family and stuff. We have this little fire pit in our yard and we'd done some cooking outside. We'd all had a few drinks. I turned around and I could see in our yard and we'd done some cooking outside. We'd all had a few drinks. I turned around and I could see again this man looking at us from our veranda. It used to be a sunroom and they opened it up into a veranda. They left the window at the end. I could see him watching us out that window. I said, "I've just seen my spirit friend standing at the window. I seen him walk off and head towards our laundry because we have an outside laundry." We went up there and you could physically feel the air change. You could feel the vibe. You could feel everything completely changed. And I said, "I don't like the feeling at all." We also have a shed where we park our cars. One of our friends that was living with us for a little while, he said, "I can't go past the tank at the end of the shed because the sense that I get is just pure bad. I don't like the feeling at all that I get with my youngest son sitting in the lounge room." I caught it from the corner of my eye. You know when somebody peeks around the corner from another room, they just stick their head around the doorway? I had a shadow do that the other day. Doesn't happen every day, but it is quite frequent.
You can share your own story over on TrueScaryStory.com, where we schedule a call. You can find me over on social media too. Links to everything are in the description of this episode. If you're into paranormal comedy talk shows, we have one called Scary Mystery Surprise, where you can join me and Michelle to talk about creepy stuff. Find the podcast by searching for Scary Mystery Surprise. Thank you very much for listening. See you soon. What you'll hear today is a series of stories about a family and a place that used to house migrant workers, directly from someone who lived there. As some of our previous stories have touched on, these places seem to be the home of a unique form of energy that manifests itself in eerie ways, reflecting pain, a sense of longing, and curses. My name is Edwin, and here is Norma's true scary story.
My name is Norma Chacon, and I was born in Delano, California, where there was many migrant workers in our community. There was random killings and unmarked graves. When I was a child, about 11 years old, I would take care of my nieces and nephews. There was a tiny little house in back. You could hear hammering. It was just a very scary situation. I was afraid